stars tonight. Found myself a washing colored light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me. They danced around me and they took my hand, whispered, close your eyes and understand. When I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me. Is all I see.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? And this is the Vale Flashback event, and it's sponsored by Carrie Berry and Jake. We're going to be going out shortly. We're going to be following in the first round here the Team BTD against Team CL500. I haven't got the webcam on or anything. You don't need to see my ugly mug. It's all about the teams. A little bit about the tournament. A couple of things. It's firstly, it's not 7v7. It's 5v5, and it will be best of 5. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting one on the big maps. We're going out on New Bay first off. We have BTD on the north spawn and CL500 on the south spawn. Basically what will happen is the top 2 will then advance into day 2, that's tomorrow, which will game be best of 5 to begin with, the final being best of 9. So it's going to be an interesting one, not going to lie. What can they win? Well, there's a few bits and bobs up for grabs, to be perfectly honest with you. There is, for first place, 14,000 gold and 8 million credits, plus 10 esports containers per team. And enough of that, we're going into the game. Look at that, straight in. Boom. So we are rolling out here with BTD here on New Bay. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see, let's get a pie into the back of the map as we normally do. You can see here with the lineups, we got 2 Clan Dragons, 2 E5s and a Sheridan for BTD. On the other side, we have a Sheridan, 3 E5s and a Clanwagen. So they're all looking for those haul down tanks. Straight away we have the CL500 jumping into that C cap, getting that early cap lead, and the Sheridan here of Lasquiz is jumping into the A cap, but they will be behind on the cap points not gonna lie. Maybe the game noise is a bit too loud. If it is, let me know and I'll change that in the break. So you can see here Lily and Sam just covering with these E5s the crossing, but with the lack of the Sheridan being down in that A cap, they can't really get the spots. Putting the blind shots in there. Crown Dragon of Math pushing down, trying to get those spots, and there we go. I am his and he is mine has been spotted. Let's go over. We have Team on Task, Mr. Long Bratwurst, I am his is mine, and the Long Jarret, all sitting in the park after getting 2 caps. C and B. Now here comes Last Kiss, pushing down in the Sheridan, trying to catch out the real Jarret, and maybe able to get a shot into the side. No, not able to. Having to pull back there, the Sheridan. Zine in the Kranwagen coming into support. Real Jarret looking to push around and try and get some shots into the back of the Sheridan. And not able to as the Sheridan goes around the corner. Mr. Long Bratwurst, however, trying to also cover that corner. And good shot going into Zine. Real Jarret managing to find the Kranwagen. At the same time, there's a tussle between Math and Mr. Long Bratwurst. Now Task comes in that Sheridan, puts a great shot into Math. And Last Key on the long reload looking to try. Oh no, goes for the E5 instead. Let's quickly move over to the other side of the map because at the B cap, it's all going down. Team on in his and his mine. Pushing down onto Lily here in the E5. Lily is not going to survive this. But Mr. Long Bratwurst and also the real Jarret are also looking worse for wear. But Lily is a one-shot. But can Team on finish off? Yes, Team on does. Quickly back over because Mr. Long Bratwurst is down and so is the real Jarret. So, but Lily and Xena goes down. So 2 tanks down apiece. It's only 5 tanks per team, remember guys. It's not massive. So Last Kiss there moving around, trying to get the shot into Task in that Sheridan. Task right at the back of the map there in the Sheridan, trying to find a little bit of safety. Moving back around, looking at Math here and Sam, E5 in Kranwagen. I am his and his is mine, and the Kranwagen Nord coming round, trying to just stay a little bit safe. Not hoping to push around that corner just yet. They have got the points of CL 500, so they don't really need to take any massive risks at this moment in time. They just need to wait for BTD to push down onto them, which is why Tast is at the back. Team 1 is just in the park, trying to use as much gun depression as he can. I am his and his mine is coming into the park as well, trying to force BTD to push down onto these tanks. And here we go. Here comes Sam in the E5 coming round. Oh, he's just not got the gun depression to get it down onto Team on there. I am his and his mine going around to put the shots in. Now Sam is fired. Good shot in by I am his and his mine. And another good one. Team on getting smacked though. I am his and his mine on reload. Oh, gets a bit of a smacking there. Tast is looking to try and pummel something if he can. And it looks like the Sheridan is the call for Tast. He gets a great shot into the Sheridan, but now Lasky is also loaded up and gets an equally good shot back into Tast. Back over to this middle area. We have got Sam isolated. He's trying to put the shots into Timon. Timon is being protected by I am his and he is mine, but it's not really helping. Can Timon get the shot into the side of Sam? Yes, he does, but he goes down, courtesy of Math in the Kranwagen. They have got the points still. But I am his and his mine. Task finishes off the Sheridan at last. It's 2 versus 2. Change that. There's only 1 left, and it's Math for BTD. This has been a close game. Not gonna lie. Points advantage going, however, to the CL 500 team, and they've really made use of that now. Tast is a one-shot. Math, well, he's also a one-shot. Oh, and it's a mutual destruction, but I am his and his is mine, managing to get that kill and sealing the deal there for Team CL 500. And you can see Task dishing out just shy of 4k there in the Sheridan, and Team on just shy of 3k. Whereas on the other side, we have Math just shy of 3k doing his part. But I really feel that basically the advantage on those base points really did put CL 500 in the lead. I'm just going to keep going to this while they load up. There is a delay, so I'm not too worried about that, but you never know. No, this is not training, Martin. This is an actual tournament. So you're just going to see this sponsor screen while they load while they jump in and load up. We're just waiting for them to load up. BTD have already jumped into their tanks. We're going back out on New Bay. They have got the south spawn this time. CL 500 there on the north spawn. It's 1-0, but it is best of 5, so it's the first of 3 victories. And that is what we are looking at. And they have readied up, and we are rolling out. Here we go again. And you can see hit points. Ah, there's quite a lot in it there. 200 in favour of CL, and we're with CL this time. So let's get up to the back of the map and see if their tactics are going to change. They've got exactly the same lineup. 2 E5s, 2 Crown Dragons and a Sheridan. That is what the other team had in the last game. Rolling around the map to see what the other team is doing while they're going into the park, and quite rightly so. And they've got 3 E5s and a Crown Dragon and a Sheridan, which is pretty much what we saw the CL team have in the last game. So they're taking similar meta for each side and taking that C-cap very quickly. Lily here in Sam. Sam covering the corner. Lily looking to push in onto that B-cap. But I am his and he is mine. Is just covering that in that Crown Dragon just in case. Lily is going to go for it though. Here we go with Lily with a little push into that B-cap area. The Crown Dragons of Timon and I am his and he is mine. Not spotted yet. Points are in favour, however, of BTD in this round. Oh, Zayde getting a bit of a smack as he goes across. Lily jumping in. Sam not jumping in to protect. The Crown Dragons just holding back. Now they are spotted. Now they are spotted. And they may, they're going to just stay hauled down in this little dip. The cap will be taken. And now they're just waiting for the E5s to turn up. And they have. So the Crown Dragons looking to put shots into across that Sheridan. I am his, he is mine. He's getting a bit of a smacking there. But Mr. Long Blackbird, I'm just going to leave that because they're trying to isolate the Crown Dragon to Zenith here. That's made Math come in the E5, but 3 against 2. Math is not being looked at the moment. They're looking to take down Zenith here. Down goes Zenith. Now they can turn their attention, but they're over the other side of the map. Wow. We've got Lily here pushing down onto Timon. Timon is in a bit of trouble. Not going to lie. Mr. Long Blackbird, down he goes. As BTD try to regroup, and poor old Timon isn't really going to last that one, but Lasky could go down here in the Sheridan. Lasky goes down. Oh, but so does I am his and he is mine. It's 3 against 3. Timon, however, is a one-shot. Down goes Timon. It's now 2 against 3. Sam is a one-shot in the real. Jarre has got to finish off Sam, but Sam is just hiding nicely. Now he's got some needed support from Math. Tast is in the Sheridan and he's got to just wait for his long reload. Jarre here was really looking to put shots in, but now the E5 of Lily comes in and now Jarre is in a world of pain. He's not going to last on this one. The E5's here doing well. Tast has come in to help out. It's 2 against 2, but Jarre will go down, leaving Tast as the last man standing. Can Tast carry this in the Sheridan? Puts a great shot there into Lily, but he's now got to run, and the points and the bases are not on his side. He's just running away, trying to stay unspotted, trying to get to safety, try to regroup. Sorry about that. He is trying to regroup. He's looking to try and kill. Oh, he gets a great snapshot into Lily there. And that is the tank he is looking to get rid of. He's looking to finalise Lily and get Lily out the game. But he is worried about Math. And will he get... Yes, he does. But he takes a shot in return. Where is Math? Math is down at the A-cap. And Math is very healthy. And Task can't really do much about that. The points are in the favour of BTD. Task desperately running around the map here. He's going to try and take the B-cap. Trying to stay away from the A-cap as much as possible, but there's 800 points on the board. 2 caps in favour of BTD. You can see here that Math is just wondering where is he going to go next. Is he going to go to the B-cap? And he's going to try and catch him out. You can see Tass there in the top corner, pushing out, moving down towards the A-cap, I believe. Here he comes. Looking to get a shot into the Rebel. No, Math and Tast are spotted. He now knows where Tast is. Math is not falling for it though. He's going straight for the B-cap. He's not going for the kill. He's going for the points win. So there we have it. Tast, however, is looking to try and reset that, but he's got to be careful. He is a one-shot. He's a great player, though, is Tast, and he knows what to do. And, oh, and there you go. It's level scores. Wow. Level pegging. Great game. What a great game. Really good focus fire there from BTD. Great move by CL500 as they tried to push in, tried to isolate that Clanwagen of Zenith, which they did. But good rotation and good movement in support from the E5s here, managing to turn the tables and, wow, just change it all around. We will now move on to the next map, Yukon. You can probably hear some car noises in the background. There's a race going on in Dubai. That's why there are car noises, in case anybody's wondering. It's not. It's actually there's a racetrack, Dubai Autodrome, not too far away. So that's the noises you can hear. We're going into Yukon. We will have Team BTD on the north spawn and CL500 on the south spawn for the next matchup. That's what we've got. BTD have readied up first. No surprises, no change to their lineup from what I can tell. However, CL500, some slight changes to their meta selection. And it's going to be an interesting one. Looks like an Object 140 may be making a showing here. So that is pretty cool. Get to see some mobility on the map. They're sacrificing an E5 for it, though. Keeping with the double Cran. Keeping with the Sheridan. On the other side, no changes. 3 E5s, a Cran and a Sheridan so far. Just waiting for Demon to ready up before we can kick off into the next game. Like I said, remember, guys, it's best of 5, so it is the first to 3 victories. Should all be ready now. And here we go on Yukon. Interesting map is Yukon. 4 bases this time, not those 3. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how the teams play this one. Best of, 5v5 isn't exactly easy. So here we've got the Object 140 of Mr. Long Bratwurst and Tast and the Sheridan pushing out towards that decap, using that mobility as much as they can, with the support from the Clanwagen and the E5s just behind. Moving across, the C cap is being taken very quickly here by CL500. They will get that cap advantage. Zenith is also going towards the A cap. But we've got Sam and Math here, both in E5s, pushing through into the middle area, seeing if anything was going to take on the B cap area side. But it's not, because the Clanwagen and the 2 E5s, that is I am his and he is mine, and Timon, are just holding back. And that's the thing. And cap advantage will definitely go to BTD. CL500 not getting that cap advantage, even though they have the mobility. They didn't take the B cap, which surprised me. Now the A cap has been taken, and now the B cap is being taken. I am his and he is mine is pushing towards Lily, trying to get that reset. Does get the reset, but Lily has been joined by the other E5s, and now Timon in I am his and he is mine could be in a bit of trouble. Although Tast and Mr. Long Blackfirst are going to try, along with Real Jare, to come up the backside here. Laskiz is a little bit sort of isolated. He has got the mobility, but they're pushing on to Sam here, trying to get the shots in. Math is having to rotate back to look to assist here to make sure Sam doesn't get rushed. However, I am his and he is mine, along with Timon, are going to push through onto Lily, and they've got them almost in a crossfire, to be perfectly honest with you, and they're not taking the B cap, they're just trying to get tanks out the game. Well, the 2E4, oh, there's an ammo rack. Lily gets wasted by an ammo rack. How important will that be? How game-changing will that be? That is freed up the tanks, and they're now pushing down. And now Real Jare is now a one-shot. Now that ammo rack could have lasted a little bit longer, and Jare could have gone down. Now Sam is going to go down, so 3 tanks down, Lasky's down. So it's 2 against, what Tast has gone down to the Sheridan. It's 2 against 4. The Real Jare is a one-shot, but Math here is going to have one heck of a, oh, and down he goes, leaving Zenith as the last man standing. Zene can't do much about it in the Crown Wagon. He's got the points, but he hasn't got the points. He has got the bases, but he's got a lot of armor coming his way. And how important and how instrumental in game-changing was that ammo rack. But for the ammo rack, maybe the real Jarre would have gone down a lot sooner, freeing up Sam and Math, able to come back and give some much needed support to Lily. But Lily going down to an ammo rack, and that freed up the Kranwagen and the E5 of Timon, and I am his and he is mine, allowing them to push down onto Sam and Math. So that's an interesting one, to be perfectly honest with you. We're going to swap those spawn points now. Same map, however, but just swapping the spawn points. So we will now have BTD on the north spawn and CL 500 on that south spawn. BTD, well, they're looking to have a bit of a meta change as well. This time an Object 140 is going to make a showing there also. At the moment, no meta changes from what I can see with regard to CL 500. But there could be. We just don't know yet. Now, this is match point to CL 500. So BTD need to try and bring it back if they can. If they can do something here, take it to a decider. That wouldn't be too bad. BTD have already readied up. We're just waiting for CL 500. I don't think I am his and he is mine is able to go out in a Panzer II. Optimistic, methinks. So we'll see. I'm overly optimistic. Oh no, they're having a player change. So Iskrau comes in, and just waiting now for Tast to ready up, and Lily is also ready. So it seems to have some rotations here for people. So we're just a little bit of toing and throwing here from the teams as they get their meta together and everything, but they're just a bit of toing and throwing as we're waiting for them to. Oh, there we go. So another change there. Lily dropping out, and I am his and he is mine also dropping out. In for BTD is Lewis. In for CL 500 in place of I am his and he is mine is Iskrau. So. Just waiting for BTD to ready up now. Lasky and Lewis are not ready as of yet. That's what's taking the time. But they will ready up shortly. They've got time. I mean, the next round is in 10 minutes. So we have got time. We don't have all the time in the world, to be fair. Okay, they seem to be ready now, and there we go. Start button has been pressed, battle button has been pressed. This is match point for CL 500. That's the blue team for those of you out there. And we are going to get up high and see what we can see. So up high as we go. This time the Object 140 has been dropped from CL 500. 3 E5s and a Crown Wagon and a Sheridan. Over the other side of the map, well, they've jumped in with an Object 140. 2 E5s and a Crown Wagon, and along with the Sheridan. B cap is being taken. That's another fast cap for BTD. So BTD again looking for the cap advantage. The rest of the team, Zene, Sam and Lewis pushing into that middle area, trying to get those cross shots, but Mr. Longbrackverse manages to connect. Sam doesn't. You can see there Timon and Tast, the Sheridan and the E5 respectively as CL 500 are moving around the map trying to get them in a crossfire. Here comes Math in the Object 140 trying to help out as well. And it looks like they've got the advantage on the base, have BTD, but that's all at this moment in time. Now you can see the real Jarre is pushing through, trying to get around, trying to isolate Zene here. At the same time, Sam in math is pushing through, but Lasky is coming back round. Lewis is also there to try and give some support. The push is going onto Timon. Sam has lost a lot of HP, but so is Timon now. He's got... Oh, that's a big roll into Lasky in the Sheridan. Timon here managing to weather the storm. Ishkrau coming round to put the shots into the rear of Sam. Tass puts a good shot into the object. Timon is trying his best to get away, but he's now a one-shot. Oh, down goes Lasky, but down goes Timon too. Mr. Big Breakfast is gone as well. The real Jarre could be in trouble here. He's being pushed by Lewis. Sorry. He has got Zene with him, but Zene is on a long reload. So 2 tanks down at the moment. 3 apiece, 2 tanks down on both teams. Hit points are in favour of the Sea Owl team. And Zene just taking a long time to load. Can math there in the object 140 last. Oh no, he's not going to hold out. Tass puts a big roll in. Blocks math from running away. And he's going to be able to finish him off with a one-shot here. And down will go math. He can't do anything about it. Down he goes. Leaving 2 against 3. Jarre here managing to hold and weather the storm against Zene and Lewis. That's going to free up Ishkral and Tass. Tass going to come in, finish off Zene here. Down goes Jarre eventually. Tass taking down Lewis, and Zene will be rammed, but it's not enough to take him down. But down it goes, and see how 500. There you go. 3-1. Great little matches. But the victory looks like it will go to CL 500 in this best of 5 matchup. They win 3-1. And again, how instrumental, how important was that ammo rack? You never know. Well, they should all be finished now. It is best of 5. So they should all be leaving. No one's leaving as of yet. But they should all be leaving. I'm just waiting. Yeah. It is all over. We're kicking off in about 5 minutes. Do I have a replay that's 5 minutes long? Let's find out. Yeah, here's one that's 3 minutes long. You can watch this. It's not very long. And it's a good little replay of what to do when your team camps. So despite asking for assistance, just keep your eye on the mini-map. My team decides to camp a little bit, to be fair. Interesting game, though. All in all. Well, somebody said to me, it's not camping, it's effective sniping. The thing is, some of the effective snipers is a T62 and a Progetto. Which is interesting. I don't think the Progetto was sniping. No, he was. How to handle a team that just sits there and does nothing in real terms. I'm going to keep asking for help, and they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. It's been like this a lot recently. This poor 50 TP though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I get a lot of assistance out of it. You know, I'm getting a lot of blocks, which is also nice. Helps in a lot. And all these helps. But it would have been nice to have, you know, at least some support. None of them move until they can see that they can get the kills, you know. I feel sorry for the red team because they actually pushed pretty nicely, if the truth be known. They just didn't anticipate a completely camping team, and you know, there's not much you can do about that if you're on the enemy team. I mean, you do all the right moves, you come in the right direction, and then you've got like the entire team behind you just sat there doing nothing, willing to sacrifice me effectively. However, it did enough damage, almost 4.5k assistance damage, 4 kills because nobody else decided to move. Yeah, all in all, it was an interesting game. To be fair, it was interesting from my viewpoint. Look at that, 3.6k knocked out, 4.3 assistance, and 2.9 bounced. Get quite a few credits. And there you go. Always an interesting replay, that one. Let's see. The team is here. We're going out with Raid and Pink next. But, let me just put that on a moment. So the next game is going to be... it's going to be Pink versus Raid. That's the next game. The next matchup, Pink against Raid. 2 seasoned tournament teams. It's still 5 versus 5, and it's still best of 5. In the last games, just to put you in the picture, I've got no results from the last games at the moment. I've only got the results from the game I was in. No, it looks like Raid beat their opponents 3-0, and Binga Bonga, who are they? They beat their opponents 3-0 also. So, but I don't know who they are, Binga Bonga. It's not this team. This team is Pink and Raid. So that's what we're waiting for. They're just readying up. So we're almost set to go. Not much longer. Not much longer. Binga Bonga aren't playing now, nor are CL 500. They're sitting out until the next matchup. So I don't know who Binga Bonga are fully. But like I said, we're with Pink and Raid. That's who we are with. Just waiting for the time and the teams to ready up. I've not been allocated as of yet. I'm still sat in the middle. But not all the team is here as of yet. So just waiting. Ah, there we go. Now we're here. We're going out of Normandy. We will have the Pink team on the south spawn. Boom, that was quick. And Raid on the north spawn. Now, we've got a lot of 215Bs, 2 Foshes and a Progetto for Raid. And we have a Mouse making a showing for Pink, along with 2 Foshes and a 215B also. So, interesting lineups. And we got Blue and Money here, both from Raid, pushing out towards the middle area. Blue trying to get those spots. Money also trying to get the spots on the decap. Moving over to Pink. Wow, the Johnny is just sitting back there in the Fosh. Fluffy Kebab and Not Your Average Skill, 215B and Mouse respectively, they're going to jump into the C cap. They may not be able to get the cap advantage, as Money got into that D cap very quickly, but it's only marginal, to be honest with you. Blue and Nardo, Foch and Progetto are just holding back. Money is just pulling back into a position of safety. Messi Retna is just holding back as well, along with Carrie Berry. Now Blue is just moving down, looking to probably take that A cap. Oh, that's a big shot into Johnny. Coming from Old School and Nikki, I believe. I'm not sure who made that shot. They're both reloading. But one of those two landed the shot. A cap will be taken by Nikki. Not Nikki, sorry. By Blue. Now, we're just waiting for Fluffy Kebab here. He is probably going to help push along with Not Your Average Skill. But Not Your Average Skill is going to be careful. He is in a 215B, which is a great tank. Don't get me wrong. But it's more of a all-down thing. Oh, Kebab getting smacked there by Old School in the 215B. So Old School using that gun on the 215B and probably using the HE as much as possible where he can. He's got great penetration values, the HE. Nikki putting shots across into Not Your Average Skill. And Fluffy Kebab also really feeling the pain there in the Mouse. I mean, the Mouse is a great tank, but he's got Naro on the one side in a Foch, Nikki on the other side in a Foch, Money and Old School in 215Bs in front of him. There's not much that Fluffy can do. So a bit of a rotation coming on here from Pink as they look towards Blue in that Progetto. We got Messe, Carrie Berry, and the Johnny, Foches and Progettos all pushing down onto Blue in his Progetto. Blue doing his best to get away from the danger. Poor old Carrie Berry getting smacked there by Naro, who's now come up. And they're trying to isolate Blue. Johnny does manage to get a shot in, but Naro is helping out massively. Fluffy Kebab in the Mouse now is now a one-shot as he's being pushed. Down he goes. And the Foch and the 215B, Old School, Money and Nikki coming around, looking to finish off Not Your Average Skill. Down he goes. Blue in the Progetto, dragging the majority of the team away, allowing Raid to push. Poor old Messe here is also going to feel the wrath of the team of Raid, and they do. And Blue is still alive. Blue is still alive. Carrie Berry is the last one standing, and Blue doing an absolutely fantastic job. Staying alive, dragging the team, and really managing to put a lot of pressure onto poor old Pink there. Pink probably thinking that the Mouse was not the best of tanks for that particular matchup. Hasn't got the DPM, hasn't really got the mobility, and as soon as Blue dragged the lion's share of the Pink tanks away, that allowed Raid to just push through onto the Mouse of Fluffy Kebab and take him down. We're going to swap those spawn points now. Here on Normandy, we will now have Pink on the north spawn, Raid on the south spawn. And unsurprisingly, the Mouse is gone. No Mouse! No Mouse! So now we have two... Oh no, the Mouse is still there. Fluffy Kebab is still in the Mouse. So, meta not changed. Meta certainly not changed for Raid. They are sticking with their tried and trusted meta from the last game. It did work for them, and they're going to pretty much do what they just did. Although this time Blue again going out wide to the left of the B cap. Money is going to jump into the C cap, and you can see this time that Pink are en masse looking for this middle area, around the D area. Johnny and Carrie Berry coming in, trying desperately to try and get shots into that 215B of Money. Money is in a great position, and he's got to be careful. If they push too quickly, too aggressively, Old School and Nikki are there. Naro is also there to cover, and Money caps and runs away. Cap advantage this time still going to Pink. And oh, you see blind shot there from Old School, trying to put one into the corner, thinking John is there. He knows that Carrie Berry isn't. Doesn't know where Johnny is as of yet. And now Blue is going to take the A cap, doing the same thing. This time it looks like Pink aren't going to be flustered by Blue. Good HE roll coming into Not Your Average Skill, courtesy of Nikki. Progetto have risen there. They're trying to get these cross shots onto Old School, and they've decided to push onto Old School. They have got Old School has got Nicky in support, so they've got to be careful here. Old School is being pushed, but not your average skill, losing a shed load of hit points, courtesy of Nardo and Money. Down goes Old School though, so first blood, although it is evened up very quickly, courtesy of Nardo. And now, what are they going to do? Are they going to push onto Nicky, or are they going to push onto Money? It looks like Money has been the call, and that allows Nicky to put some big shots into the back of Messe there. And they're still pushing. Nicky has basically got free reign into the back of these tanks. They're looking to get rid of Money though in the 215B. Johnny comes in, they're isolating him. Down he goes. Oh, but they also lose Carrie Berry. 2 down on each team. But the Progetto here is very low of Messe. And Johnny is going to be focused. Messe is probably going to go down first unless he can use his mobility. Oh, big rolls into Johnny. Mouse Kebab there. Can he do anything about this? Can he take down the Fosh of Nardo? No. Down goes the Johnny. Poor old Progetto of Messier. Can't do much. He's just circling around the bushes. Down goes Nardo, but the Progetto of Blue is at the back of Fluffy Kebab. Can Fluffy Kebab do anything about this? Can he hold on? No, Blue is behind him, and he's on the side of him. He tries to get a shot across into that Fosh to help out. And you can see there, Blue was also looking to try and get the shots into Messe, but poor old Fluffy Kebab here, not going to be able to last against Blue. It will leave Messe as the last man standing, and he is the last man standing. Nicky looking to try and get the shot in. Oh, Messe managing to get around the houses, but he's got to be careful because Blue comes in and puts the roll in. Really well played by both teams there. And this time they didn't go for the Blue bait. They had a nice little push, but unfortunately Raid were able to consolidate, back away nicely, and pin down with those 2 Foshes. Both Nicky there doing 3.5k and Blue dishing out 2.8, with Naro knocking out 2.6 as we move into the next map, which is Middleburg. It is match point to Raid. Here on Middleburg, we will have Raid on the south spawn, Pink on the north spawn. This time Blue is jumping into a mouse, Money is in a mouse, Old School is in a mouse, and the 2 Foshes of Nardo and Nicky. Looking across to the Pink team, we have a 215B, 2 Foshes, and potentially 2 more 215Bs. So that is what we're looking at. A lot of armor for the Raid team there. 3 mice is a lot of armor. Bit of a change. Messe jumping out, making way for Ghost coming in. Ghost is yet to ready up, however. Needs to ready up. Fluffy is not readied up either now. It's not because they've seen the team list, because there is a 3-minute delay. So they wouldn't have seen the list. Now Fluffy is now jumping back into the mouse, potentially, possibly. Yes, he has. And Ghost has jumped into 215B. So 2 Foshes, 2 215Bs, and a mouse for Pink. 3 mice and 2 Foshes for Raid. Raid won't be doing anything other than going through that town. That is almost guaranteed. And there you go. Guaranteed. It's definitely going to be a town strat. They're going to be looking for capping that B with the Foshes and moving those mouses up to the corner to try and take on what's coming through on the A-cap. Carrie Berry is jumping into the A-cap here. The 215B is going north. Fluffy Kebab is just going to hold out. Try and help if he can. Tries to angle up there as the mouses of Raid come through. And what you're going to see here is Raid are going to send the mouse. Oh, good shot into the Fosh there. Coming across. But now we've got the mouses pushing through. And the Foshes are just going to hold as the mouses push. The Fosh is just waiting to see if anything else pushes onto these 3 mice. And there you go. Fluffy Kebab and Carrie Berry are going to be suckered in. Push round. Old School is taking a pounding. Blue is going to come down about. Nicky and Nardo in those Foshes are looking to come round the back, put the shots into the rear, and poor old Carrie Berry is going to feel that wrath in a moment. There goes shot number 1, shot number 2, And Nicky also looking to put a shot into the rear of one of these tanks. Down goes Carryberry. That was always going to happen. Poor old Carryberry trying to get that. Ghost goes down as well. And Blue is also out of the equation. But now the Foshes, Naro, not your average skill. Poor old, not your average skill in the 215B is going to feel the wrath. Maybe, yes he does. And now comes Money, looking to put pressure onto Johnny, who may have just tried to overcommit by coming in to try to save not your average skill, and it didn't work out, and leaving the mouse Fluffy Gabap as the last man standing. And this one is going to go to Raid. Nothing Fluffy Gabap can do. It is going to be a clean sweep to Raid on 3-0. Fluffy Gabap is doing everything he can. He wants to try and take down Old School if he can, and he doesn't. He gets a bounce, and it's pretty much all over, bless him. As he's got far too many tanks to contend with. Very well played from both sides, however. But Raid triumphing with their strat here. Really nicely played by them. Really controlling the map and not allowing Pink to sort of get a foothold. The first game on Normandy, certainly for me, goes to Blue. And in that game there, the two Foshes just holding back to try and get round the back of Pink was the idea, and it clearly worked. We've now got a bit of a break, 15 minutes. So GG's to both teams, 15 minutes before the next matchup. What we're going to do, we're going to load some more replays. This time we're going to have a look at Alejandro in the Sheridan on Yamata Harbour. Whilst I go to the bathroom. So as I said, we've got about 15 minutes before the next matchup at 9 o'clock CET. So, whilst we're waiting for that, we're going to enjoy these replays. A couple of things, which I've just forgotten completely. Yes, I'd love to interact with you all on stream. It's pretty difficult with the delay, to be honest with you. One of the downsides of the tournament and the delay. Simple as that. The next game will be between CL 500, who we saw earlier, and a team called the Outsiders. And they're going to do their map picks shortly, but we haven't seen those as of yet. But you're not going to miss any of the action. And as I said, don't forget, guys, this is like day one. The finals are tomorrow, and the top two go through. So we'll find out who goes through and everything. But it's all to play for. All to play for. I mean, the way it's going to work. The way it works is. So, fixtures day one is the group stage. 2 groups, and the top 2 of each group advances to day 2, which is tomorrow, and then tomorrow is going to be the finals. So that's what we're looking at. There's still a lot to go, still a lot to play for. It's not all over yet. Oh dear, it's backs to the wall here for Alejandro. Bless. 3 against, well, 5. And he's in shoulder. That's a great shot. 2.7k dished out. Lovely jubbly. It's always tricky when you see your teams disappear. Let's be honest. You always sit there going, where's my team gone? Why? Where did they vanish? Whatever that event is at the Buy Autodrome, it's like a, I think it's like a Le Mans type event, 24-hour race. So I've got to contend with that all evening. And don't forget, it's like midnight here almost. Poor old E100 doesn't know what's going to hit him, apart from Sheridan. There you go. All the other E100s are one shot as well. So these three tanks could turn this around quite nicely. Let's not beat around the bush here. The Leo's also a one shot. It's 2 against 3. That E100 goes down. Oh, great shot into the Jaeger-Roo. That's still 3 against 2. But as I said, that Leo is a one shot, and if he comes hurtling around the corner too quickly, he's gonna feel the pain, courtesy of a Sheridan. And the Sheridan's desperately trying to get it right. Oh no, here comes VK. Oh, the Sheridan's like, what do I do? What do I do? There's a Jaeger-Roo that side. Oh, what a great shot! And the VK misses. And the VK misses. That could be detrimental. As the Sheridan looks to finish off the VK. Oh, doesn't get the high roll. Able to get round the back, maybe. No, he's going to leave his teammate to deal with the Jaeger-Roo, which he does. And this is one half of a turnaround. What a great game. What a great game. 5.3k dished out. A well-deserved mastery. Well, what about his teammate? Let's have a look at the teammate. The teammate also in the Kranwagen there. Also getting a mastery. So double aces. Wowzers. Let's just have a look. I don't think we're ready to kick off yet. No, we're not. Still got another 10 minutes. So we've got play. Oh, got people saying hello. Can't, mate. So let's find another replay because we've still got 10 minutes. And let's have a look at. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look at. What shall we look at? What shall we look at? Shall we look at? Let's have a look at me and a yo. Mainly because it's a longish replay. Interesting game, this one, I must admit. In the yo-yo. I'm PP. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm not up to date with internet language, I'm afraid. Yeah, if you want to share replays, guys, just Discord it to me. Anybody can Discord a replay to me. As long as it's an interesting replay, I'll play it. Simply as that. Hello, little lefty. I must admit, I do like the Yo. It's one of those tanks that you know, if you either get on with it or you don't. I like it. I think it's a lovely little tank. It's a great tank. It's you know, if you put it in the right place. I was trying to explain this to my lab earlier. You know, there's lots of nice tanks out there, and if you put them in the right place, you can have a shed load of fun in all of them. Although this is a terrible shot. Terrible shot. can see there that the Jaeger is pushing down. Maybe we can catch something out of the other side, like the Emil. No, he's not going to stick his nose out. Down goes the Minotauro. Great tank, the Minotauro, frontally. But only frontally. Oh, hello, Emil. You did stick your nose out. Look at that. Did you just fire heat at the Hesh at me? No, it wasn't. It was came from the Conqueror over there, I think. Although I still think it was heat. HE. I think somebody threw HE at me there. Trying to get a high roll through the side of the turret of the Yo. Just didn't work out, did it? So, we'll do 2.4k so far. About 500, taking a kill. Not setting the world on fire, let's be honest. But it's still a nice game. Oh, hello, check. Nice roll into him. Poor old Conqueror, doing what he can. He has got, ooh, look at that. Boom, down he goes. And also down goes the object. So we've now got the Emil to contend with. We can easily contend with the Emil, I think. Nice bounce and finish him off. So 4.1k. Now, what I didn't know as we're pushing round is that their T100, or the T100 LT, has gone AFK. He's in our spawn, and he obviously wasn't AFK, but now he is. And I didn't realise this at the time, but I do know that the pattern in the Conway hadn't done particularly much, to be fair. So there's the T100 LT, and I'm thinking he's there, but he's not. He's gone AFK in the corner in our spawn. So I'm sort of doing some quick calculations in my head and thinking, hey, I can get an ace here. So I asked him nicely to hold back. The pattern does, thankfully. He knows he's not going to get anything massive. The Conway is just on his long reload, and I maybe have to get the full clip up before the Conway loads, which I do, because I think the Conway would have fired. In fact, the pattern did fire. You can see him reloading. So just shy of 5k, not too bad, not too shabby. I'll take that every day of the week, to be fair, in a Yo. And get a nice mastery for our troubles, because it was lovely, because we got 4 kills. And it was a nice little game. I enjoyed that. Then again, I like the Yo, so, you know. As you can see there, I mean, the Conway wasn't on for anything, and the pattern wasn't on for anything either, which is why I asked them to just hold back a little bit. I did give them thumbs up. I didn't play on PC. I played on my iPad. That's why you don't see the thumbs up or anything. So we're just waiting for the teams now. We've got about 4 minutes, so can't do too much. We've got 4 minutes before we go. We've got CL 500 turning up already. The other team is not here yet because it's a bit early. I can't show another replay because the other replays I have are too long, as you can see. I mean, I do have some replays here, but they're all too long as well. Well, maybe not. Maybe some of them are short enough. 4 minutes. Nah, they're all a bit too long. They're all a bit too long, I'm afraid. So I can't really show any of those. Yeah. So unfortunately, you just got to look at my my little garage at the moment. Well, if we wait a few more moments, because I just don't have a replay short enough, to be honest with you. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but let's stick it on that. Let's stick it on that so you can see who the sponsors are, because it's Carrie Berry and Jake. You saw Carrie Berry earlier, he's in the pink team. So well, I'll stick it on that. At least that way you've got something different to look at. As I said, I would love to be able to show you another replay, but we just don't have the time, guys, before kick-off. So unfortunately, you're going to have a look at the sponsor screen which is not unfortunate. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, is it? At the end of the day, I mean, you have to appreciate that people have, people have stumped up some cash for this. So Carrie Berry has stumped up quite a hefty amount of dosh, to be fair. So go through the prizes again. So first place will get 14,000 gold and 8 million credits, plus 10 esports containers per team. Second place will get 10,500 gold, 7 million credits and 10 esports containers per team. Third place will get 7,000 gold, 6 million credits, 5 esports containers per team. Fourth place, 3,500 gold, 5 million credits and 5 customization containers per team. Fifth and sixth place will get 4 million credits per team. Eighth to 10th will get 3 million credits per team. All those courtesy of Toylian of Wargaming. Then there's 200 euros from Carrie Berry, who's put some hard-earned real-life cash in. And Jake also has put some cash in the form of euros. So, you know, very, very big shout out to those two for throwing in some real life money. And there you have it. That's what we've got. It's all good, yeah. It's always nice when people put up their hard-earned cash to make these events happen. Because it goes a long way, guys. It really does. I know not many people like to support these type of events. So, you know, big thank you and a big shout out to Carrie Berry and Jake for their very generous support. Also have to do a big shout out to the likes of Loro, Husky, Mateus 23. Mateus, who you can see here, well, you can't see actually, but Mateus is also the mod for the room that we're in. And the other moderators, where are the moderators? So we have Mateus, we have I'll show replays. So we have Husky, he's also a moderator. We have Mateus, who you know, who's moderating our room. We have Orohan, who's moderating as well, and Toonsy, who's also moderating. And there are two other streamers. We have Robert85, who's always streaming, constantly streaming. So big shout out to him for giving up his time to stream. And Vinograd, who's also streaming as well. So again, another big shout out to all those guys for behind the scenes and making all of this stuff happen, because that's what's needed. That is what is needed. All these people behind the scenes doing amazing stuff. We're just waiting for the team to turn up. They haven't turned up as of yet. I don't know where they are. Don't know where they are. Oh, right. Oh dear. It looks like... so we're going to join a different room. Okay. So we're going to join a different room because that game's a forfeit. So we're going into a different room. So we had to jump into a different room as there was a forfeit from the other room. And we're watching TCN90 and Zenith, by looks on it. I don't think they're battling it out yet. We're not So just jump in. So this is not the game we were meant to be watching. We were meant to be watching a different game, but unfortunately one of the teams is a no-show. So we've been asked to jump into this room instead, where we're going to look at TC90 and Zenith. I don't think that's their name. Who are they? They're Crumb and TC90. There you go. So, voila. And now we've... there we have it. It's 4 versus 5. Interestingly. We will have going out on Yamata Harbour. 4 against 5. We will have Zenith with only 4. Gets owned. Lorenzo not found. And unbeaten and Bio. Moving over, we've got Scorpion Drago. Let's get up high. Grill 21, Total Genius, Net Force, and PZ Carl. Interesting meta selection here. We've got Get Owned in a Death Star, and then Bio in a 113 and 2 Ice 4s, and Beaten Demon and Lorenzo's Not Found. Moving over, well, we've also got a Death Star there, Scorpion Drago. Net Force coming round in the 113, trying to get those early spots there for Scorpion Drago, as PZ Carl has gone up in the IS4, supported by Grill 15 in the Grill. Sorry, Grill 21 in the Grill 15. Total Genius in towards the cap as well. Just looking here at Scorpion Drago in the 183. He's got Overwatch on the C cap if anything comes around there. And if anything does come around there, the chances are he can smack it. You can see there, Gets Owned is pushing out. All blind shots from both 183s doesn't really help out. That's allowed Bio Lorenzo to push forward a little bit. Net Force has managed to get out of dodge, and now Grill 21 in the Grill 15 has turned up, and he doesn't get the... Oh, he does get the shot, but he does get the shot into Bio, and I think he came across from Total Genius. I think it was a double tap of Net Force and Total Genius. Not sure. Net Force has been tagged, though. Poor old Scorpion Drago has got to be careful here. He's trying to get into cover. The 183 of Gets Owned is pulled up. He has got into cover of Scorpion Drago. Now Total Genius is in a great little position. They've got the bases of B and A, the TCN9 guys, but TC90 guys, sorry. They've got to be careful because apart from Bio, the rest of Zenith are looking pretty healthy. And Bio is making a move. Lorenzo Not Found has been spotted. Bio is making a move down that corner there. He's going to go with Unbeaten Demon, who's going with him. So they're going to try and move on to Scorpion Drago here in the 183, who is fully loaded. They don't know that as of yet, but he is fully loaded. So Scorpion Drago is going to be pushed by Unbeaten Demon. Unbeaten Demon is going to side scrape off this corner. Try and get the bounce. Doesn't get the bounce. But has he got the drop now? If he gets the 113 to support, he will definitely have the drop. The 113 is, well, coming in eventually. And so is Lorenzo Not Found. But Scorpion Drago is now fully loaded. Unbeaten Demon needs to get around the side if he can avoid the shot. He doesn't, but down he goes. And it's now 4 against 4. And PK's trying to get the shots in. Total Genius and PK, both on IS4s here, out in the middle area. They have got the base points, but the B cap is now being taken on Beaten Demon. They're bouncing off Total Genius. Lorenzo Not Found, dragging into that B cap. Total Genius is going to push onto Unbeaten Demon. IS4 on IS4. And, oh, good shot by Unbeaten Demon. He bounces the shot in return from Total Genius. Can Unbeaten Demon, he's going to face up. Both of them are going to face up off each other. Bounces and non-bounces. Lorenzo here, feeling the pain of the grill. As you can go over there, Net Force is managing to take out Gets Owned in the 183. Lorenzo here, it's 3 against 4. So they've got to be careful because they've got hardly any hit points, and Lorenzo's not found is going to find this pretty difficult going against the Grill and the IS4. Down he goes. Unbeaten Demon is now a one-shot against Total Genius, and I don't think he's going to be able to last that battle. Oh, no battle. Oh, the 183 tries to get a shot across, doesn't work. Sorry, the 113 tries to get a shot across, doesn't work. Total Genius is a one-shot. He gets another bounce on Unbeaten. How is Unbeaten Demon still alive? Down goes Total Genius, courtesy of Unbeaten Demon. How he survived that long is beyond me, but wow, played indeed. Netforce, however, not able to get the shot in because the points on the boards. So there you go. All good fun. Wowzers. What a great, great game. You can see there, 1-0 to Zenith, interestingly, against what you would consider to be the run of play. Not to worry. Oh, funny, 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 funny stuff. Brilliant. So we're going to swap those spawn points in Yamato Harbour. This time we will have Zenith on the north spawn. No change in their lineup. And TC90 on the south spawn. And no change in their lineup either, interestingly enough. So Zenith against the run of play there. Managing to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Gets owned in the 183, just going to hold out there again. You can see that over the other side, you'll probably find the grill of grill 15, grill 21 in the grill 15. That's so confusing. And oh, gets owned, puts a blind shot across, thinking that Scorpion Drago is going to be there, but Scorpion Drago is not there yet. And now here they push out. TC90 pushing out. 113 in the grill, pushing out to the C-cap, Total Genius and Scorpion Drago, 183 and IS4s, pushing down the centre, trying to put some pressure here onto the Zenith team. They do have the tank advantage. Can they use it? It was interesting the last time. So now the IS4s are coming around. They've got to be careful of Get Zone though in that 183. And you can see Scorpion Drago making a move around. Grill 21 is down, so that's evened it out already. And now Get Zone is being pushed by PZ Carl. And PZ Carl is looking to push down onto Get Zoned. Get Zoned is fully loaded. Is he going to be able to get a shot in? He gets one in return. And he gets a shot in, but it's a very, very low roll. And PZ is going to be able to push down on him now. And Scorpion Drago is going to come round. They're looking to finish off Get Zone. And Get Zone, down he goes. But Netforce in a world of pain here. Poor old Netforce in the 113. He's got Bio and Lorenzo not found. So it's 3 against 3. And it's 2 IS4s and a 183 against two IS4s and a 113. So wowzers. Total Genius pushing down. Maybe that's a push too much. Gets 800 in return for that push. He needs to force them over onto Scorpion Drago, who is loading, who just fluffed his shot, unfortunately. And now Bio should be the call. He is the target, or he should be the target. Here comes Scorpion Drago. They need to get rid of that 113. Scorpion Drago now is not fully loaded, but he is now, and he's just unleashed. But PZ Carl is going to go down. And Unbeaten Demon is able to push Lorenzo, not found. Bouncing off PZ there. Bouncing off, not bouncing PZ though. PZ goes down to Unbeaten Demon. Can Scorpion Drago take down Unbeaten Demon? He needs to. No. Unbeaten Demon again surviving. Total Genius is going to get the shot in before Lorenzo, not found. They've got to get rid of Unbeaten Demon. And they don't. And now it's an IS-4 against a 113. A very healthy IS-4 and a very unhealthy... Well, it's a healthy 113, but let's have a look at... Oh, that's a big roll! But is he going to be able to last this? Oh, this is edge of your seat stuff. Lorenzo managing to get the shot. Go on, Scorpion Drago. Get that load. Come on. Make an eye roll again. Oh, it's a bounce and it's all over. It's going to go to Zenith. There's no way Scorpion Drago can contain it any longer. He knows that. Down he goes. The bounce just not working out for him. So, seems to be 2-0 to the Zenith team. Scorpion Drago there doing 3.5k. Bio doing 3.5k for the Zenith lot. So at the moment, Zenith team of the 4 players against the 5 players. Wow. Poor old Grill 15, Grill 21 there, getting absolutely flushed. We move into the next map, Fort Despair. It looks like it is match point to Zenith. Wowzers. So Zenith already readied up. Bio in the 113 gets owned. In the 183 unbeaten in the IS4. Lorenzo not found in the IS4. Just waiting for TC90. And I'm just waiting for them. Is this 9090? Oh no. It's a hidden dust. Oh, that must be his press account. Just waiting for NetForce to ready up. Still waiting for NetForce to ready up. Always the way. Come on, NetForce. Get ready, buddy. Still waiting on NetForce here. Should be ready up any time now, to be honest. And ready it is. Just waiting for the battle button to be pressed. And there we go. As we go into Fort Despair. As I said, no change to the lineup here for Zenith. They're still in the tanks that they were in earlier. Let's get up high and to the top of the map and see where they're all going to be heading. And probably towards the B cap area, I would have thought. And already you can see that Unbeaten Demon and Bio are heading that way. Gets on, is probably going to park his ass on this corner here. Over the other side, well, Scorpion Drago is just going to hold on the corner. Grill 21 is also holding on the corner, with NetForce and PZ Carl pushing out. Total Genius will join them. They're pushing out right to this corner, trying to get those cross shots. They've seen Unbeaten Demon. PZ Carl has been spotted, and so is NetForce. They've got to be careful. There is a 183 there, and they're not really able to advance any further. Bio jumping into that B cap, jumping in very quickly. And NetForce trying to rotate round. Lorenzo not found, has not been found as of yet. NetForce has been spotted. He's got to be careful. There goes the shot coming across from Lorenzo. More importantly, there's Gets Own there in the 183 who's readied up. Finger on the trigger, waiting to let loose. Most likely a very nasty Hesh round. Scorpion Drago pushing forward in the 183. Trying to get the shots across into one of these tanks. Unbeaten Demon just holding behind that here. Oh, he gets a nice shot into Unbeaten Demon. Unbeaten Demon, who has been able to survive some very tricky situations. Not gonna lie. Unbeaten Demon here. He's still just holding behind the rock wall. Is he sticking his backside out a little bit too much for Scorpion Drago? Scorpion Drago just not able to get the bead on there. Moving over, well, gets owned, hasn't been able to land a shot as of yet. Now PZ Carl and Scorpion Drago are moving forward. Scorpion Drago going into that beat gap. Is that going to be an interesting move? It really is. Bio of Zenith there in the 113 now coming round. Scorpion Drago gets a good roll in, but he gets a lot of shots in return. And now PZ Carl needed to kind of push onto Unbeaten Demon a little bit. And at the same time, oh, good shot into Bio. At the same time, Total Genius and Net Force are contained in the corner still. Gets owned, rotates back round. Oh, he gets a good roll into PZ Carl, who's now overcommitted. And the cross shots coming in. PZ Carl here. Bio and PZ Carl are going to be tussling. No, it's not going to happen. Unbeaten Demon finishes it off. PZ Carl just a tad too aggressive. Here comes the grill and the FV. Scorpion Drago and Grill 21 pushing round. Gets owned, is fully loaded. Bio is not. But looks like Gets Owned is just waiting for that grill to come round. Unbeaten Demon's got shot into the side. Zenith have yet to lose. Oh, that's a nice roll into Scorpion Drago. Down he goes, but down goes Gets Owned as well. But so it's 3 against 3. Net Force in the 113 looking to take on Bio. Bio, has he got the drop on him? He's got the hit points. I don't think he's got the drop though. Oh, he has got the drop on him. Now, Total Genius and Grill 21. What can they do? Unbeaten Demon again, the Master Survivor. Now joined up with Lorenzo's not found. Going to push down onto Total Genius. No, he's going to forget him and go for the grill. Down goes the grill. Total Genius, the last man standing. He's not going to be able to do too much. He's got tanks everywhere. And wowzers. So Zenith turning it around here. 4 against 5, and they get the victory. Have to admit, don't take this the wrong way, my friend, but I think the push there by PZ Carl was a little bit too aggressive. To be honest with you, a little bit too aggressive. Didn't really help out. It got caught into a crossfire, and that really didn't help his cause. So Zenith, with only 4, turn over the TC90 team. Which in the first game seemed to be against the run of play. Scorpion Drago not happy. So don't know what who we're watching next. We should be watching Raid against BTD. That's who we should be watching. So that will be going off in 10 minutes. So we're going to leave this room, as you do. And now we've got to find the other room. Right, there we go. I'll join that room, get ready, jump out, and we'll have a look at another replay. Might as well, because we've got time. This one, again, Alessandro in the... Oh yeah, confirm red nest about like a prick. Not ready. That's what it meant to do. This time it's Alexandru in the E3. Let's have a look at this while I go to the bathroom again. And just in back for a wow-timed HE round into an M5. Yo, wow. That's what an E4 and E3 can do. if you manage to get a good HE round in. Not so good that time, unfortunately, but good enough. This is double E3, which is always an interesting call. And double E3, double tapping, another E3 on the other side. That's going to annoy people somewhat, methinks. Two tanks down a piece though, and it seems that the enemy team has made a good push in that through that A-cap. Oh, nice roll into the side of the 71. Alexandru here pulling back as far as possible. Worried about those heavy tanks coming around the corner. Fortunately here the N5 has been caught out on the hop, and he's not going to last that brawl. The E3's here pushing in to try and help out as much as they can, but they can't really do much. They don't have the ability. Down goes that Yo. Now they've got to be careful. Here comes the E100. Good roll by Alexandru's teammate. But now they've got lost 4 tanks. And it's 3 against 5. Now we saw them in a 3 against 5 earlier, this pair. And they managed to survive that, but they didn't have 2 E3s, to be honest. 2 E3s makes it a little bit harder. Gets a good roll there into the front deck of the Type 71, however. Not going to lie, but he's going to try his best to narrow these angles, and he gets a great bounce. He was looking to put one in, so he's going to put one into the CC1 instead. He's now worried about the 71 behind him. It's him and his teammate against the rest of the world. I've got to say, if you're a betting man, then well, we saw what they could do in the last game. Are they going to be able to turn it on this game? It's still 2 versus 1. Cap points are against them, however. He doesn't get the bounce there from the CC. CC is low. He gets the second bounce though, and he finishes off the CC. That's 2 against 1. He's able to free himself up. Can he get away from the TVP? Doesn't matter if he gets a good HE into the TVP, however. The TVP will feel that pain. And he gets a great roll into the TVP. Could have done with an engine fire just to finish him off, but just wasn't able to do it. Points are a little bit against him though. He's still got the TVP's a 1-shot. The Chieftain Mark 6 is also a 1-shot, but the points are firmly not in his favour. Can Alexandru do something about this? Can he find that Chieftain? The Chieftain was just behind the building. Now they're taking the A-cap. That'll be the TVP. The Chieftain, where is the Chieftain? That's the important question. Is he going to lose on points? There's the Chieftain. The Chieftain is a 1-shot to a good roll from the E3. He's already done just shy of 6k. He should be able to get the Chieftain now. Oh, it's a low roll. That's not what he wanted. He He should have stayed, unfortunately, with the AP. He changed it to HE and didn't help him. Can he finish off? Yes, he can. He's left it so close. He needs just this 1 shot on the Chieftain. Needs the Chieftain to fluff his shot, but as the points against him, oh, he comes around the corner. The Chieftain was waiting, and that was just unfortunate with the low roll on the Chieftain with the HE round. Trying to get it into the back, but just wasn't able to do so. Defeated, but a great mastery nonetheless. What a great game. And a shed load of credits. And it's a heartbreaker on the grounds that him and his teammate there. I mean, they did 11k damage between them. Oh dearie me, that's galling, absolutely galling. I mean, 11k damage. I mean, the rest of the team just didn't really have a look. That's just a shame, really. Anyway. We are going to jump in now and get ready. We've got 3 minutes before kickoff, so I'm not going to ready up just yet. There's no point. We're going to be watching BTD against Raid. We saw BTD earlier facing off against CL 500. Now they're going to face off against Raid. So the Raid team is not fully here yet. Old School has not turned up as of yet. We're ready though. BTD, we still got 3 minutes, so it's not like we haven't got time, because we've got time. We're just waiting for the clock to run down. There's still plenty of time though. Old School is here now. So Raid have got their full team. BTD have got their full team. We're now in. We've got 2 minutes to kick off. And we will be going out on Vineyards. Going out on Vineyards. Don't forget, guys, it's still best of 5, so it's the first of 3 victories here on Vineyards. We will have a Raid on the south spawn and BTD on the north spawn. They're just picking their meta here. I'm not too worried about stream sniping because there's quite a hefty delay. It's big enough. Already we can see that Raid taking quite some mobility there, what with the bat chat and an Object 140. You can also see that BTD are doing the same with their bat chat and Object 140. Lasky there in a 50B, that's going to be an interesting one. And Zene and Lily potentially in IS4s. Old School not going out of mouse, doubling up with Blue in the IS4. And it looks like Nardo is going out in the 268. So that is the Raid team. They've got a TD there, the 268. Mobility in the 140 and the bat chat. And those heavy bruisers in the form of the IS4s. Don't know how I'm intrigued to see how the 50B will play this one, to be honest with you, what with its new reload. The interclip not being as fast as you would like, to be fair. Not on the 50B. And we're ready and we're off. Ba, ba, ba. Hit points in favour of BTD, but nothing really. Let's get up high, as we normally do, and see where they're going to be heading. Well, at the moment, it's going to be middle area. I'm not going to be surprised if there's going to be fast caps on A and B from both corners. There we go. All money pushing right through in the back chat. He's going to be coming across Sam. Lewis there in the Object 140, he's going to cap, but Raid will get the early cap advantage. Money has been spotted, so is Sam. Money puts a good shot into Sam. Sam gets a good shot in return. Money gets an equally good shot in return, so 2 shots into Sam, and Sam is now isolated, and he's got to be careful of those cross shots, especially from the likes of Nicky in the Object 140, and especially Naro in that 268. Lasky, oh, dangerous move by Lasky as he gets absolutely punished by the 268. As he comes around the corner there, he tries to get return shots in. Money rotating out of the situation. Naro in the 268 now getting pummeled a little bit. Lasky's able to put some good shots across. After feeling that wrath as he came hurtling around the corner. Naro, however, losing a shed load of hit points, managing to get relatively safe. Now Nicky joining up with Money to an extent, able to try and put these cross shots into Lasky. Nicky pushing forward, no real gun depression in the Object 140, unfortunately for him. He's trying to get it in, but he's got to be careful of that back chat of Sam. Sam is able to get the shots across into the middle area. We've got the IS4s of Old School and Blue. They're not really able to put any cross shots in from their positions, although Old School keeps looking. At the moment, poor old Naro is out of the equation in that 268. He's having to reset his camo and find a good place to sort of stick his tank to get the cross shots in, because if they don't, it's going to be he's not going to be able to give the support that he really would like. Sam biting off maybe a little bit more than he can chew here. He comes around, he gets spotted. Money is waiting for him. Money's just trying to protect Nicky, though. Nicky is now being pushed. Money has had to come in. The AMX-50B of Lasky is now a one-shot. Down goes Lasky. Now, Object 140 and Batchat against Object 140 and Batchat. Down goes Nicky in the 140. The Batchat of Sam pulling back out. Lewis and Sam realistically are both one-shots. Back over into that middle area. You can see it's brawly with Blue losing a lot of hit points. Getting out of there. Old School is still alive, but down goes the Object 140. Now Sam is coming in to try and take out Money. Money gets a good tracking shot there. And now can Naro come in and finish off Sam in the Batchat? He's not able to. It could be dangerous. No, it's not. Sam is not going to last now. Naro able to turn it around. Moving back over into the middle. Blue in Old School holding the ground here against fierce defense. Down goes Lily, courtesy of Money. Zene is the last man standing and can't really do too much about this. Old School in Blue really holding the line for them. And wow, that's what Rage, that's what the guys can do when they want to. Down, however, goes Old School, but it's still 3 against 1. Naro gets a great shot in. He may be able to finish Naro. No, he gets the bounce. Naro just manages to get out, and Blue finishing off Zene there. 1-0 to Raid here on Vineyards. Hard-fought battle for Raid, though. That wasn't easy. BTD really took it to the wire. And you can see that. I mean, it was a good... unfortunately, Lasky lost a lot of hit points moving across, courtesy of that 268. Nardo, who then lost equally a lot of hit points and wasn't able to be as effective as Naro would have liked to have been. And there was a nice little push by BTD, but Naro was able to come in and support. They did get rid of Nicky, but Money and Naro joining forces are able to turn it around against Sam, Lewis and Lasky. Changing the spawn points now here on Vineyards. We will have a Raid on the north spawn, a BTD on the south. A Raid looking to change their meta here. In fact, no heavies. 2 Batchats, 2 Object 140s and 268. Still waiting for BTD. Primarily Lasky and the AMX-50B. I don't think Lasky will be taking the AMX-50B again, but that's what we're waiting on. Just Lasky in that 50B. At the moment, we've got Sam and in the Batchat, Lewis in the Object 140, Lily and Zene still in the IS-4s. Money is debating whether to go out in a Batchat. Old School has now jumped into a grill. Still waiting for Lasky. Now Blue is debating whether on a Batchat. So change of strat by looks on it for these guys. So Blue is now changing into an IS-4. They're still debating. Again, I'm not worried about stream sniping because we've got a good enough delay. So Old School now jumping into an AMX-50B. Lasky still in the 50B and Blue doubling up in the 50B. So double 50Bs here for a Raid, along with a Batchat 140 and a 268. No change realistically to the line, no change at all actually to the meta lineup of BTD. So let's go to Pi and see what Raid are going to be doing. Blue is going the opposite direction to Old School, so they're not doubling. Money, Nicky is going to be jumping into that A-cap. Money is going to try and get over, I would have thought. Sam is already into that Northern Ruins. He gets a spot. He hasn't been spotted himself. He has been spotted now. He's got to be careful. Money puts a shot across, doesn't get it to land. Sam is... Old School's coming in that 50B. There could be a crossfire here for poor old Sam. Money has got his good shots into the Lewis. They still haven't been able to cap. Sam is now on the hop a little bit. Old School has been joined by the 140 and down goes Sam. Old School in the 50B, making sure that that was closed down quickly. Blue and Lasky, well, they're sort of looking down the barrel of each other. And Lewis senses danger, so he's trying to get out of dodge, trying to get back into a position where he can sort of hold the flank, so to speak. Lily's getting pummeled. The Overwatch now is purely in favour of Raid. And down goes Lily. Lily didn't have a hope and a house chance there. Lasky did try to help out, and now Zene's not going to have much of a hope and a house chance either. Lewis doing what he can to sort of YOLO in there to take the attention off the rest of his team over in the middle, but he's never going to last. He's going to try and take out Money if he can, but Nick is there in the 140 to try and stop that, and it's all over realistically. We have got Zene. Lasky in the 50B goes down courtesy of Nardo, and Blue. Zene in the IS4 can't really do too much against the strength here that is Raid, and a much better play by Raid here. More focused, and poor old BTD just have no comeback when Raid are in that groove. Naro this time losing no HP and doing what Naro really wished he could have done in the first game. You can see there Naro dishing out 2.3k. Old School, well, going around with that bat chat of Money, really catching poor old Sam off guard in the BTD bat chat, and able to absolutely pummel the poor old bat chat of Sam. That really opened it up to put the cross shots into the likes of Lily and Zene. Lewis doing what he could to get round there to try and help relieve that tension, but it was just too late. As we move into the next map, Castilla. It is match point to Raid. Can BTD bring it back? Raid at the moment on match point. Oh, Math is now turned up from BTD. He was instrumental in some of the games earlier. We will have BTD going off on the north spawn, Raid on the south spawn, and you can see here 3 grills for Raid, a bat chat and an object 140. Wowzers, bit of an OP strat that one. 3 grills, intriguing. Still waiting for BTD to ready up. They haven't picked their meta, I don't think, as of yet. So with that in mind, I'm just going to switch to that for the moment, because they're taking a long time to ready up. So I am worried about some of the delay. Shouldn't... Zene has readied up. But there are going to be some changes to the team lineup as well. That's why I've jumped into the sponsor screen. I don't want anybody being able to see Raid's lineup, basically. We've already been a minute and a half. It's only just over 3 minutes delay. And BTD haven't sorted out either their team or their meta as of yet. So I'm just worried that's going to run down too much. I mean, Raid's meta is, well, Raid's meta. It hasn't really, they've changed it around a little bit. In fact, they've changed it around quite a lot from what we've seen. But we're still waiting on BTD. So Math is coming in. Okay, so now we have Raid is ready. Just waiting for Math to ready up. There we go. So we have 2 IS4s, a 268, a bat chat, and an object 140 for BTD. 3 grills, a bat chat, and an object 140 for Raid. So I wonder how Raid are going to play this one. They're obviously going to be using their light and medium to spot everything up and have their grills just parked in, well, pretty nasty positions to smack whatever comes their way. However, BTD could take the advantage here by taking that A cap and then getting on the hill. Can they do that? Well, Lewis is there. The Batchat hasn't jumped into the A cap as of yet. Lewis has been spotted. Now come the IS4s, Zenith and the 268. Now the Batchat does take the cap. Now they really need to switch there. The Object 140 needs to go into the cap and the Batchat needs to go on the hill, I would have thought, to get that view range to try and find where those grillers are. C cap will be taken. They need to know where those grills are. That is the main thing. You can see now that Sam and Lewis are searching. Math is pushing in towards the B cap here. Still not been able to find. Now if Money gets to spot anything, Old School and Blue will be joined by Naro. There are 3 grills primed and ready. Math has been spotted and there goes one shot. That comes across from Nicky there. Oh, big roll into Money. Money is desperately trying to get out of dodge. He's not able to. Another good shot into Money. He manages to stay safe eventually. Sam has been spotted. Math is spotted. Now it's just a question of what are the guerrillas going to do. Let's get over there. Let's see. Can they see anything at this moment in time? You can see that they're here. But at the moment they can't get any shots over into the back of the map. So, not working out the way Raid planned it currently. They have got the point. No, they haven't got the point advantage. Money is making a push onto the object and onto Lewis. The object 268 and the object 140. Down goes Money. That gives BTD the advantage. Old School trying to get the shots across. Gets a good shot in, but he does take one in return. Naro has joined Old School. And now Lewis has got to try and get out of dodge if he can. And he's probably going to be able to. Yes, he does. He manages to get into cover. Old School missing that shot. Object 140 of Nicky there. Toying with the IS-4. Lily pushing. Now we've got Old School, Nardo and Blue all contained into this spawn point. They've got to make these shots count on these grills. They can't let Lily push round. And Nicky has got to get out of the danger zone. He's not able to, but here comes Blue and Nardo. Zene is a one shot. Blue finishes off Zene, but Lewis gets out of dodge. Old School now looking to try and finish off Lewis rather than Lily. Gets a good shot into Lewis, but Lily is able to push round. He's trying to stop them coming round. And now Nardo and Blue are trying to get over the top to give some much needed support to Old School. Lewis will go down here. Down he goes. Old School has got to try and hold Lily as long as possible. Naro is not loaded. Here comes Blue. Down goes Old School. Naro gets a one in the backside as he tries to help out Nicky. Nicky is over there tussling with Sam 34 in the back chat. Naro is desperately trying to get away from Math. Lily, oh, down goes the bat chat. It's 2 against 3. Blue is desperately trying to get shots in. Here comes Naro. Takes a pounding from Lily. Gets a good shot back. Blue should be able to finish off Lily if he can get around the corner. No, he doesn't. It's a low roll. It's a low roll. And now Math is coming in to try and help out. Down, courtesy of Naro. The game has changed, but Math is very healthy. Naro's got to stay safe, as Blue has got to take the lion's share of the pain now. Nicky has got to come from his perch. Points are in favour of BTD, but Math is a one shot. He does take out Naro. Ow, but he goes down to Blue. That was a close game. That was a close game. I really thought Raid may have blown their meta selection at one stage. I thought BTD may have had the advantage, but wow. The Raid guys managed to get those grills working. Money going down really early. to be honest with you. But he did his stuff. He got rid of the 268 of Zene and then went down. Nicky stayed alive as long as humanly possible, but the Grills were able to consolidate and push where they needed to push. What a game. What a game. We've now got, wow, 15 minutes. So let's have a look, see what else we've got. Yeah, you can have a look at me playing in the 114, the new tier 9 Zuhong, or whatever it's called. Whilst I just go and get a drink. We're back. So one of the teams, unfortunately, is bowed out. So we're going to be watching Raid again against C out of 500 instead of Pink against Outsiders. Unfortunately, Outsiders are a no-show. So that game will not go ahead. We only got one match left, guys, for this round. Right now, so and by the way, just so you so yeah, we lost a couple of teams, unfortunately. Which is a damn shame, really. I mean, you know, there's obviously other things that come in. Anyway, this is the new WZ114. I played this game on stream yesterday when I was doing the first look at it. I will do a video on this one as well, and unfortunately I will be using this replay because I can't be bothered to play the tank game, basically. But we've got a few minutes to go before we have to jump into the room anyway, so it's not a big deal. I mean, what do I think of this tank? It's expensive for guarantee. I mean, you might get lucky, but it's not for me to tell you to gamble on crates. So it's your call, not mine. It cost me a lot, to be honest with you. I didn't get it dropping in crate, so I had to get the full 30 charge, which is not cheap. If you work it out, you get you spend, what is it, 16,000 gold for 12 crates. You have to do that twice. That only gets you 24. You have to get another 6, 2,000. So it's cost me close to 50. It cost me close to what, 50k in gold, which is far too much for a tier 9. I mean, the tank itself isn't bad. Okay, it's a Chinese, but there is the WZ111-4 in the tech tree, which is free, of course. I mean, it's an okay tank. Hasn't got the best armor profile, to be honest with you. It's got a very long load time. It's got a reasonable gun, reasonable alpha damage, but it's not the best tank, to be honest with you. My advice would be, if anybody's looking to get this tank, to hold fire. Wait for it to come around properly, because it's a bit expensive, not gonna lie. And the amount of gold that you can end up spending on it it's not, if you come to sell it, you're not going to get that gold back. Okay? I'll show you after this game. You're certainly not going to, I'm certainly not going to get the gold I spent on it back. I think you'll probably get about 7k, roughly, which is nowhere near what you will spend on the tank. You have to take that into consideration, guys, when you're buying these tanks in crates. Okay. The way I always look at it is, if you're going to buy that, if you're going to aim for this tank, okay, then you've got to sit there and say, right, I'm not going to get it outright. I'm going to have to get all the charms to get it. And to get all the charms, I need 30 charms, which is going to cost me, in real terms, X amount of gold, or X amount of real cash. And then you need to see how much, you have to work that out, and then you have to work out, well, how much will it be if I sell the tank? So here it is. Let's have a look. I don't know why I just pressed that. So if I then go to say sell it, I'm only going to get 5,000 gold back. So Wargaming, okay, have valued this tank at 5,000 gold. It cost me 10 times that, near as damn it. Because when you then go and have a look at the crates to buy this thing, okay, so you get 12 crates for 16,000 gold. You need 30 charms. So if you buy the gold, okay, it's going to cost you 32,000 gold for 24, and then you have to buy the other ones. So it's 34,000, and then you need another 6. So if you buy the individual crates, which is one crate at 2,000 gold, that's another. So it's what's that? 32,000 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, another 12,000 on top of that. So, you know, 32,000 becomes 45,000, near as damn it, and you only get 5,000 back if you sell it. Remember that, okay? You have to remember that, because it's expensive, chaps. It's expensive, and you need to know that. You need to know that. That's why I always tell people, never assume you're going to get it in a couple of crates, because you're not. So anyway, I've jumped in a bit too soon, so I'm going to have to jump back into this. So I jumped in a little bit too soon there, but this is the team we're following. We're following CL 500, who we saw earlier, the opening game, and we're following Raid, who we've seen quite a few times. We're going out on Canal. This is the first map. It's still best of 5, so it's still the first of 3 victories. We will have CL 500 going out on the North Spawn, and a Raid going out on the South Spawn here on Canal. And I've still got the Dubai. I don't know what it is at Dubai Autodrome, actually. Let's find out what's going on at Dubai Autodrome. Find out what's going on, because they've been driving those bloody cars all night. I can't find out what's going on. I think it's like the UAE's version of Le Mans. I think that's what's going on, I'm not sure. Doesn't really say. Still trying to find out, because it's very noisy out there. Yeah. It's the Hankook 24-hour endurance race. So it's basically like Le Mans, but for the UAE. That's what it basically is. Le Mans, but for the UAE. So if you can hear all that noise in the background, that's what's going on. The UAE's version of Le Mans. 24 hours of hardcore racing going on just down the road, basically. Anyway, we're just waiting for them to ready up. We've still got 3 minutes before kickoff. So we've already got Raid ready. Just waiting for the other team to ready up. But as I said, they've still got a couple of minutes. So the reason why I'm showing you the sponsor screen is, well, two reasons. Firstly, because they're the sponsors. Secondly, because whilst I have a hefty delay, it's you still have to be careful. You still have to be careful. Now we've got enough to round the delay, and there we go. It's kickoff time. So we have Old School of Raid in the grill, Blue in the IS-7, Nardo in the IS-7, Nicky and Money in the 140. Moving across, we have I Am His and He Is Mine in the IS-7, the Real Jari in the 7, Mr. Long in the 140, Tast in the 140, and Timon in the 140. Let's get up and see where they're going. Well, we can already see that we've got CL500 moving out through towards the decap type area. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Supremacy. That's what I'm pretty sure it was meant to be, but it's not. Don't know if that's right. I think that's wrong. Pretty sure it was meant to be Supremacy, but I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. Is the honest answer. Let me just... maybe it's not Supremacy. Anyway, so I've just asked the question. That's why I just moved away. It's apparently it's pretty sure. I thought it was meant to be Supremacy, but clearly not. So I've just asked the question: is it not meant to be Supremacy? Raid are capping, and I'm just waiting for an answer. Just because I don't know. Raid are still capping. To 73, so this could be a cap points game for Raid, because Naro is there, nicely hanging in there. Jare is coming in to try and put some pressure on. They do get a reset, so now it's all going to change. As Nicky and Money push down onto Timon and Tast. Pretty sure, I'm still confused over why it's not Supremacy, but there we go. Nicky's looking to finish off one of these. He finishes off Timon. Money's coming in to try and help out. Oh, Tast goes down, but so does Nicky. Back over into the middle here. Jare is looking worse for wear. So is Naro. Naro, oh, down goes Blue. Jare is going to go down to Money. Money takes him down. Now Mr. Lombrat versus I'm His. He is mine. They've got to put these shots into Naru. 2 against 3. Old School is still sat at the back of the map. Down, unfortunately, that's 1 against too many. And I Am His and He Is Mine. Money is just going to be able to rotate around him and put a lot of pain in. And poor old I Am His and He Is Mine won't be able to last this one. You saw the shot coming in there. Across from the TD of Old School, and Raid, take that one. I'm still pretty confused. I need to check. I thought all of it was meant to be Supremacy. I'm very confused. Apparently it's not meant to be supremacy. Ah. Apparently it isn't meant to be supremacy, so there you go. There you go. So, 1-0 to Raid in the not supremacy game. I really thought it was supremacy. And they're going out now on Canal on the north spawn, and GL 500 on the south spawn. Raid not changing their lineup. 2 IS7s, a grill, and 2 Object 140s. GL not changing theirs. 3 Object 140s and 2 IS7s. Let's get up high into the back. And what makes Canal a bit different when you haven't got all these caps? I'll tell you, makes it very different. So old school in blue changing their positions here. Old school in an IS7, blue in the grill. Still pushing out towards the top, overlooking the cap. And you can see here that GL 500, they're also pretty much trying to do what they did in the last game, but from the reverse spawn. And again, the Raid team jumping into that cap, trying to get those early caps, trying to put the pressure on to GL. They've got Timon in the corner there. There's pretty much a reversal of what we've just seen strat-wise in the last game. TAS will join up with Timon. Old school, though, taking the role of Blue, who was in the cap last time, I believe. And putting the pressure on GL 500. GL 500 have really got it all to play for here. They're being forced to push down onto Raid. They were forced to push down onto Raid last time. And it's going to be in the form of probably Timon in TAS. They're looking, but Nick is there. And they've got Blue over in the corner. They know Blue is going to be on an overwatch. They know that. 60 base points now. So they've got to start making moves soon. TAS and Timon are looking to try and dislodge. They are worried, however, about this grill. That's the problem they've got. And Blue is not fired. The shot's coming across. And now here comes Mr. Long Bratwurst and the real Jare. They're pushing in, trying to get the cap. And there we go. They managed to, but they're not able. Oh, they haven't reset it as of yet. Old school is able to hold out. He's not been reset. Mr. Long Bratwurst at the moment, not able to oh, there's the reset. So the cap was reset, but they lost a tank for it. Mr. Long Bratwurst having to take the hit. And now TAS and Timon are looking to try and get the cross shots into Old School. Great shot across from Blue there into TAS. Nicky out on a limb. Timon's got to get back before Blue reloads. And again, Old School just jumping into that cap with Nardo. Raid feeling that they've got it probably under control here. Naro is very healthy. Jare and I am his, he is mine. Can't really push. That grill is causing a few problems over the other side of the map for Timon in TAS. And you can see here, oh, down goes Nicky though. Blue looking the other way. He's worried about what's coming down that road. So Money is holding out here. Now they're just seeing who is going to push. They got 2 in the cap. TAS is a one-shot to Blue. Blue has gone back to his perch as he came down. I'm going to just rotate around here a little bit because I want to see what happens with TAS and Timon, because they will start to push soon to try and get that reset. Money has been spotted. I am his and his mine is coming through. Blue puts a good shot into I am his is mine. That frees up TAS. Can he get the reset? Yes, they get the reset. That is a great move by GL 500. However, it is 3 against 4. Well, scrub that. It's now 2 against 4. TAS is a one-shot. Timon's a one-shot. And Raid have just held out here. Played the long game. TAS is the last man standing against Money. It's not going to last much longer. Oh, Money tries to put an AG into the back of TAS. Didn't work. But he will get another chance. And there he goes. Boom. Dagger, dagger, dagger. So, raid. Match point to them here. As we change on these maps. So, raid making full use of putting the cap pressure on. And that's what they did. We're not going out in Canal. Oh, we still no. We're Desert Sands now. So Desert Sands is the next. Is the next map. We will have raid on the north spawn. And CL 500 on the south spawn. Now, if you're wondering why they're not taking strange why they're taking strange meta, it's because there is a meta selection. Okay, that's fixed. So for this round, they can only take Object 140s, E4s, E100s, Grill 15s, and an IS7, maximum of 2. So that's why you're seeing the meta selection that they're using. They're being forced into making meta selections. So you need to be aware of that. So Raid have taken 3 Object 140s and 2 IS7s. GL 500, well, they've taken 2 IS7s, an E100 and 2 Object 140s. And that is pretty much... Oh, and they've been said they've got to have 2 Object 140s. So that's pretty much what they're doing. They're being forced into taking various tanks. In case anybody was wondering. That way it stops you from taking OP tanks or such. You know, you can't all roll out in Type 71, for example. Anyway, let's get up and see. It's match point to Raid at the moment. So, Raid, there are 2 IS7s going through the middle and the Object 140s going out into the desert. We're going to go with Blue and Nikki. They're looking to try and catch Timon off guard. Timon hasn't been spotted yet. The IS7s, oh, they could come a cropper though. Are they able to get onto the bridge and through? Yes, they are. They're being chased by Iskral and I am his and he is mine. Mr. Long, Bratwurst is also coming round. Timon has been caught off guard over at the back of the map there. And he's not going to last much longer, poor old Timon. He will go down. There he goes. So 1 tank down. As the heavies push through. Tast is the other. Oh, I am his and he is mine. Is getting absolutely pummeled. As the Raid guys have got the bit between the teeth. Tast is looking to try and get around and take money out of the game. And he does. So, leveling it up there. Old school now. Down he goes. So, 2 down for Raid. They're looking to try and get I am his and he is mine out. Nikki's coming in, trying to help out with Nardo as they put the pressure onto this IS7, Object 140, Nikki and the IS7 of Nardo. Can he hold out in this IS7? He's taking good pummeling, but he's still in there. Blue is looking worse for wear though. He's now on 400 hit points. They've got to finish off this IS7 and they do. Mr. Long Bratwurst now. Blue is being chased by Tast. Tast can see that Blue is a one-shot. Iskra was able to then be freed. Blue getting himself into a place of safety, but he does know that time is running out for him. Nikki, and there he goes. Down he goes. Now Nardo, unfortunately, is tussling here with 2 heavies, Iskra and Mr. Long Bratwurst. So this one could go to CL 500. Not going to lie. I mean, Nikki is going to be chased down by Tast while these 2 heavies deal with this single heavy. Nikki is putting shots across, but Iskral manages to get around the back of Nardo. And he gets a great roll in. And Nardo now is a one-shot. Is he able to get... Yeah, he gets a shot into the E100. Can he survive? The IS7 behind him will finish him off, and he does. And it's all over. So, CL 500 bringing one back here when you least expect it. So, still match point to Raid, but CL 500 bringing this one back. 2-1 now is the score. as we swap the spawn points here on Desert Sands this time. Interesting to see if Raid change their lineup. Are they going to go with the Object 140s? They've got to take 2. They have no choice. It's the other meta that is interesting. So they're taking 3 Object 140s, IS-7s again. No change for them. What about BL500? Are they going to be changing anything? Are they going to change their meta? Remember, they are restricted. The only tanks available to them is a Grill and an E4. Those are the other 2 tanks available to them. So they're taking exactly the same as what Raid is taking. 3 Object 140s, 2 IS-7s. Match point to Raid. Let's get a pie into the back. Raid, however, jumped into an E100 when I was not looking. Cheeky. Very cheeky. So they've only got 2 Object 140s and they're not running out into the desert massively. Not this time. Money and Nicky just holding back. Blue is far forward. He will be joined by Old School. And they don't have the E100 this time, Seattle. And you can see the Object 140s, along with the E100 Naro, just holding back. They don't want to overcommit. Now they are going to overcommit. Maybe. No, they're not. Because Teeman and I Am His and He Is Mine is just pulled back into cover. They've got to be careful. The IS-7 of Iskrao has now come in. Now Nicky and Money are pushing. However, they've got to be careful. Gets a good shot into Team on there, Nicky. Iskrao's coming in the IS-7. Gets another good shot into, but Money gets tagged by the IS-7. He able to put one in. Now Old School comes over as Blue tries to keep hold of Mr. Long Bratwurst. Now comes Nardo. Iskrao could go down here. Down he goes. That frees up the Object 140s onto the opposite IS-140, the Object 140s. So I Am His and His Mine Teeman here could be feeling some pain. They get some good shots in, but now Old School is looking to finish off. And he does. Mr. Long Bratwurst and the other IS-7s coming in along with Tast. Oh, that's a big roll by Nardo in the E100 into the IS-7. Down goes Nicky. It's Tast and Teemon, Object 140s. And Teemon has been tagged. He's a one-shot. Money will finish him off, and he does. And now they'll focus their attention onto Tast. Tast, he's got it all to do. 1 against 4. And, even a player of his competence and skills, because he's a great player, takes out Money there. Don't think he's going to be able to hold off 3 tanks in the Object 140, and he's not able to. So, Raid, showing that just as easy to take Seattle's meta selection and push it and turn it against them, which is exactly what they did. Taking that E100 instead of the 3 Object 140s. Whereas GL500, well, they took the same selection that Raid took and came at, basically, ended up the same way that Raid did. So, that is it. That is it. Raid winning 3-1 against GL. Don't know who's going in tomorrow. I'm assuming Raid will. And I'm assuming that probably GL500 will. I don't know, because I don't know all the results. Let's have a look at the results. CL500 beat Pink 3-1. So chances are that CL500 have gone through along with Raid. And I think Crom, I don't know about Crom. They are the Zenith guys, only 4 of them. So it looks like it could be Binga Bonga against Pepe Gas. So that could be what we've got tomorrow. I don't know is the honest answer until tomorrow. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the end of the end of today. Today is finished. There is no more for today. Today is all over. And thank you. the end of the day, no more streaming today, no more games today. We'll be back again tomorrow, though, with the finals. Woo! Which is going to be great. So until then, guys, thank you for popping in. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow, because it'll be great. Until then, have a lovely, whatever rest of the day it is. It's now Sunday for me. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. Until then, bye for now.